My name is Caitlin Hart, and I'm here to tell you about the importance of fostering children. Imagine being a kid again and having to travel home to home, family to family, and never being able to stay with the same people. According to childrensrights.org, over 400,000 kids are in foster care today. The amount of kids in foster care is rising every year, while the amount of families willing and able to help are remaining the same. This is why more people need to step up and try to help out these kids in order to give them hope, a family, and a place to live. Foster care is defined as a place where children are removed from their original home because their parents or guardians can no longer take care of them. They are placed in the hands of temporary family with people they have never met before. This is through the government, and there are many rules to be followed. Fostering children can be for a couple years to a couple decades. My grandma has been doing foster care for over 25 years now, and she's still going. There can be many different reasons why foster kids are removed from their home, whether it be from neglect or abuse, from the parents selling drugs or using them, or even if they can't supply them with a place to live or food to feed them. These kids are removed from their homes and can be in temporary care while their parents can get back up on their feet. But not all the time do they get to go only temporary. Sometimes it could go to years or until they get adopted or aged out. If it doesn't work out, they get sent home to home, like I said, until they get aged out or adopted. More people should foster to supply these kids with a home. Many foster kids are crammed in one home or another because there are not enough families out there to supply them with more room in their house and their own bedrooms. They have to share rooms with kids they just met and that they've never knew before or now. There are many different types of kids who go into foster care. They range from mentally disabled and mentally challenged to regular kids, but also some have emotional problems and separation problems. Half the kids enter are mentally or physically challenged. According to childrensrights.org, up to 80% in all foster kids, they have developmental problems and emotional problems. About half the children under 5-year-olds have developmental delays. For an example, my grandma has a foster kid right now, and she is 8 years old, and she still wets the bed. Some have serious separation problems and get depressed. Some even get Baker acted because of the way they act and have to stay the night in the hospital for a few nights. If there aren't much people willing to provide home for these children, then they're just going to have to keep moving home to home, and they're going to have to, and it causes a lot of stress on them. There are some types of children that cannot be with other children because of their problems, or they just don't get along with the other kids and they cause a bunch of fights and arguments. So they need to be in their own home with parents who are willing to take care of them by themselves and treat them as an only child. It'll be good for these children to be able to feel safe and not have to worry about going home to home in different families. If they're in the system, they should feel like they have a home until they get their parents back. And they just need to feel like they aren't getting thrown around. This will just cause more stress to them. My grandma has one kid that didn't talk for almost 8 years because he was just so stressed out and didn't know what was happening. It could be good for someone to foster for the experience and getting to know the whole bunch of variety of different children that enter the fostering systems. You'll feel good about being able to help out a kid who needs a temporary home, who needs a place to stay, and a family to take care of them. Also, foster care is not free. You get paid for your job. Who wouldn't want to be a stay-at-home parent? Fostering can lead to adoption. Adoption has many pluses. Some kids get aged out because they don't get adopted, and it can lead to them living on the streets or suicide. If they get adopted, not only will it benefit them, but knowing that they have a place and a family who cares about them and a home to call home. If someone gets adopted, it can help you out also, and benefit you. If you aren't able to have a child, or you want a child and you don't want a husband or wife, then you can adopt a child, and it's pretty cool because it can range. You could pick the age, the ethnicity, the race. You can pick what they look like pretty much. You can just go in there and go find a kid you like. And you will feel good that you're able to have a child. So here's the phone number if you are willing to adopt and get in contact with somebody, or even to do foster care. And that is the importance of fostering children.